when you're a child, you're a child. You don't want to be adult.
Yeah.
So, if someone asks you to be adult and you take their role, you don't feel comfortable with this situation. I think the judgment is very difficult, the judgment towards ourselves, because everything from the outside is a projection from inside, right? Who we really are, we are mystical beings. We are something beyond what we think we are.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. Now, I'm really excited to have this special guest on today. We're going to be speaking about the mystical experience called life and the universe. And as you know, I love talking about conscious conversations to inspire you guys to awaken, to connect to something deeper, and to really enjoy this epic adventure that we call life. Obviously, we're having conscious conversations with a couple of coconuts. And the funny thing is, I just said to our guest today, I said, how do you want me to introduce you? Like, what are you, a shaman? Are you a healer? Are you a teacher? And he went, I don't know who I am. So without further ado, I want to bring on Julio and literally ask him what he means. Like, you don't know who you are. What do you mean?
Well, so usually people knows me as a dancer or a dance teacher. And I feel myself that this role already finished like 8 years ago. I'm still doing that, but I'm started doing other things that most of the people don't know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So and when people like you know me as a teacher or as a dance teacher, you were in my classes, but you don't know about my medicine journey or mystical experiences.
Yeah.
But we feel each other. When we see each other, okay, who are you?
We get the goosebumps. And I love that because that really leads straight on. Like, who am I? Is like such a question. I think at some point of people's lives, they're going to ask, like, you just said it, like, you're not the dance teacher, you're not the healer, I'm not Brett the podcaster or the author. These are just roles that we play.
Absolutely.
How do you go beyond these roles then and find out who you are? Like, straight in the deep end.
Wow. So first of all, about the roles, I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is very important that you understand the cycles in your life, because when you're a child, you're a child. You don't want to be adult.
Yeah.
So, if someone asks you to be adult and you take their role, you don't feel comfortable with this situation. And you can feel it, you can sense it. So, I felt all my life, I was a dancer. Like I started with 8 years old. And until I was 27, I didn't really allow myself to play this role. And I was I was an IT specialist working for Deutsche Bank, for German bank, for like huge company in Germany. And I enjoy it. Like the role, I enjoy IT, I enjoy technology, programming, a little bit hacking.
It's crazy, bro. I've never knew that about you.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then in one point, I just felt, as you say, the role was finished. So I cannot play this role anymore. I enjoy it and I love it. I love technology. I love this new AI. I love that. And then to that point, I understood, okay, no, the role is finished. And I allow myself to find out how I can play the next role. So, and it's always about the money and how you can survive in the society, how you can be successful for the society.
Society's version of success, right?
Exactly. So, and I said to myself, okay, I want to play this role, but I don't want to earn less money. So, my idea was, yes, I want to dance, I want to teach, I want to play all these characters that I feel inside of myself in terms of having fun, doing what I love, because I was doing what I love before, but it was not this expansion, you know? So, and this is what I love. I love expansion into a certain dimension that I have no clue what it is. I have no clue where I'm going and how I will feel part of the society. So I decide with myself that I don't want to be a character in the society.
Do you think that's why some people find it so hard to change in life? Because we've all got a role to play. And then when you're in the society roles, if you change that, like your job, your relationship, your career, all of these things, like you're kind of going against the system or you're going against everything. But in a way, I don't know about you, but like to me, that's when you're really trapped if you don't change your role.
Absolutely. Yes, it's very difficult. I think the judgment is very difficult, the judgment towards ourselves, because everything from the outside is a projection from inside, right?
Yeah.
So when you start to not judge yourself for being what you want to be. Especially for me, it's my parents, like my mother.
Yeah.
So my mother always say, every 7 years I change something very heavy,
Yeah.
very deep. And my mother always say, Julio, what the fuck? So
Here we go again.
Exactly. And even if she support me 1000%, I feel this judgment, she want me to be in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because she is totally part of society. So my mother is not
Fit in this way.
totally.
It's,
And in a certain way, I had also mystical experience with my mother in which I saw her true self, that she's not able to be. As you say, it's very hard for her to be herself. And she's like beyond these thoughts, how she needs to be, how she needs to fit in the society. I love the way you articulate. She's something so much more.
yeah. It's that essence, that pure love, right?
Oh, man. Like my mother never took any substances that I know. I don't know about that, but like she was a smoker. She drank a little bit of alcohol, like normal things, And she was very ill 3 years ago, very, very ill. And I went there to work with her. It was just after I finished my yoga TTC, and I say, okay, I go and I just share with her what I learned new. And I play a song like a meditation song, a little bit more like that give you, what is inner dance?
Yeah.
So there is a specific music for inner dance, really trippy. If you really allow yourself to go with this music, you can go beyond your mind.
Nice.
Bro, my mother wake up from this session and say, look at me, and I saw her. I saw her, and she looked at me and said, Julio, I was in the universe. I was seeing the planets and the stars, and I believe she was really there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from that moment, she started to heal herself.
Do you think that's like the not destruction, the dissolving of this ego, this identity, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And for everyone, it's like even Antonio was talking about this earlier. When we start to let go of who we think we are or who we've been programmed to be, it's scary, right? It's confusing. Absolutely. You're just in this kind of like, whoa, like you said earlier, well, I don't know who I am, who am I? But then, would you say that then we find out who we are, then we realize that whatever you want to label it, God, the universe, love, essence.
But it's exactly that. I don't think that we really find out who we really are. We find out who we want to be.
Or who we're not. Yes, I love this.
So, and because as you say, who we really are, we are mystical beings. We are something beyond what we think we are.
And we can't even comprehend it. This little brain.
In my medicine journeys, I can comprehending. I don't know what you understand about comprehending, but for me, understanding, having the experiencing, and then comprehending, bring it together.
Tell me a bit more. Explain that a bit more. Yeah. Explain that a little bit more.
Oh, bro, would you always? I love your enthusiasm to go deeper.
Yeah.
So what do you mean with? Tell me more about what?
You said about the comprehending.
Yes.
So I suppose what I was trying to say, from the logical brain,
Yes.
it's kind of hard to kind of like fathom what we are because we're so beyond it.
Yes.
But in say a meditation that I can
Yes.
get into, I'm just in it.
Yes.
I don't even need to label it. I don't care. I'm
Yes.
just there.
Yes.
And is that what you're saying with the medicine? Because I've never taken medicine yet. Depending on when you're watching this podcast, Julio might have put something in my coconut. So when you do the medicines, you kind of basically go to the experience. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so exactly. So we try to put in words what is not possible to put in words. So we have also, because words are so limited for this mystical experience, that's why I love to talk about mystical experience. So we don't try to understand, we try to experience deep.
I love that.
And this is for me comprehending is, okay, I can understand what are substances and how the substances work in my brain and blah, blah, blah. But then I take these substances and it doesn't matter how much I know about what's going on, I go beyond. So in this
Now I'm getting the goosebumps.
And this experience, I'm sure you have some of this experience in meditation, 1000%. There is this level of consciousness, plane of existence, in which we can go deeper or higher, like 7 lokas below and 7 lokas above.
Yeah.
And then you start to realize, okay, there's this one samadhi experience. So if you do meditation, your goal is samadhi. And people think samadhi is the end goal, but there are different stages of samadhi. And for me, all these things that I'm talking about, I didn't know about it before. I experienced it, and I have no clue what I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
So people were talking, and yes, it sounds similar to my experience, but their understanding and the experience was not aligned.
Yeah, out of balance.
Totally out of
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
Experience, understanding, no clue.
Yeah.
But then I start to read more about meditation. I start to, as I said before, did my yoga TTC. I start to understand about frequencies, the different philosophies, and where the philosophies come from, these ideas that we have about the universe, because everything is just ideas. And we can create our own ideas. So you can create that's why what you say. So who are you? You can create who the fuck you want to be.
Yeah. This is actually funny. There's a moment in my mind that just as you were speaking, there's a great book by a guy called James Clear called Atomic Habits. Yeah. Go for it, bro. Mine's one with all the mushrooms, right?
Not yet. Yeah. It depends in which time the people are seeing this video, and maybe later.
You'll know when I've taken the mushroom, guys, because I'll probably be sitting here naked. Off my face. It's like, hi guys, I've gone to that space now.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know who I am or what we're doing. There's probably no camera there. There's no Antonio. This is all a dream, huh? Or we're AI. Boom, boom, boom. But
who's the master dreamer?
Who's the master dreamer?
If this is the dream, so who's dreaming?
Do you know what, bro? When I get deep in my meditations, I haven't got a clue anymore. I'm just like, is it a simulation? Is there a God? Is there like an intelligence? It just goes beyond.
Everything is right. So who is dreaming?
No idea, bro.
Let's find out.
There's a great quote: when you remember you're dreaming in the dream, you're free.
Lucid dreaming?
I love that. No, just like when you wake up, basically when you wake up, to me, this is a dream.
Yes.
Like this was a vision in my head a few years ago. Yes. I think if I could just share what I don't want to say believe, but what I kind of see as a pattern is like somehow there's an intention that's creating reality. So if I say I want a coconut, I'll go and get a coconut. If I say I want to have a poo, I'll go and have a poo, right? Or even like, if I'm walking down the beach, but like on the other way around, I'm walking along the beach, but I'm not actually telling my legs to walk. I don't go left, right, left, right. So to me, there's some kind of intention that's kind of creating this. And then, so what excites me is like, wow, if that's true, not sure if it is, I only can see from my little experience that I'm kind of experimenting through life, then what do I want to create with my intention? Well, of course I can create money and houses and fame and like extra likes on Instagram, podcasts, but like what is the bigger intention? Like what do I really want to create in the world? So I'm always trying to bring myself back to that because until I've taken the psychedelics and the mushrooms, I'm not there yet. But what I would say is that if the intention creates reality, then we get to play in this playground. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. What is the difference for you between destiny and free will?
No idea, bro.
When start you to have your free will and bringing into the reality, or trust in the destiny that everything that you are walking is not you are walking, it's your destiny.
Destiny. Yeah. Do you know what I feel like? Because we live in a society where we're told like there's birth and death. And in my experience, there is no birth and death. There's this experience. You were somewhere before you were born, and then you're going to go somewhere after. And so then we also live in a society that we're going forward in life. So we're going towards the future. And I'm like, what if it's the other way around? What if there is a future Brett that's pulling me towards a destiny? And that's why he's saying like, don't take these drugs. Don't sleep with that girl. Don't, stay up all night.
You do?
But yeah, I take the drugs and I sleep with the girls. No. But he's trying to tell me to be a bit more, in my experience, a bit of a better human being.
Yeah.
And he's the one that's got this moral compass for me. And it's basically, and they were just examples, but he's kind of telling me to go left instead of right. And most of the time I go right and try and do it my own way and fuck right up. I'm like, nah, sod the future self. I'm going my way. But what I've learned is that's what creates my suffering, or what I would call suffering. Yeah. So then when I listen to him, but I'm like, wow, it's just like he's a real person in the future, bro. There's someone there trying to guide us. And yeah, like I feel like the podcast and all the things that I've done, this is what's created it. There's someone pulling you towards that destiny. So I don't know if it's free will or destiny. I'm just like play around with that in meditation. What do you think?
I don't know. So for me, it's all about experience. So I don't try to understand. Once I experience, then my mind starts to pull information from somewhere, from people, from books. I don't read books, but you mention a book. I will.
yeah, I didn't.
You mention a book, and then I will. Maybe if I feel the call, I will search what's the book about.
Yeah.
And along this information, what is the book about, is already enough for me. I don't need to read the book. And then it makes sense with me. Okay, this is the information for this experience. This is the information for this experience. So when I was IT specialist, all the information was about technology and physical technology and software and everything. I was so immersed into this. I go very, very deep. And then was dancing. So everything about dancing. Then it was about healing therapy. And I combined this. I did a 3 years dance therapy teacher training in which I learned how to combine movements and therapy and like that. I never worked with that. I never use it as I was never a therapist, and I don't want to be a therapist. So please, crazy people, there are healers there, and I am explorer. So this is why I feel about myself, like my true self. It doesn't matter what he wants to be. He's an explorer. So IT specialist, explore, go and see the world of technology and see the world of synthetic intelligence.
Yeah.
So go there. And then was the dance, the movement, and the physical, and the energy, and go there and explore everything.
Such a different reality, right? Like, it's like technology and dancing. To me, they're just different worlds.
Oh, bro, when I take medicine, there is synthetic intelligence, there is organic intelligence. It's the same.
Yeah, same.
It's the same.
Because if we're all one, that theory is completely true. Then we are the AI, and you are me, and I am you, right?
It's the same. It's fucking the same. It's just our judgment. And for me, it's also how we use the intention. I love what you say about the intention to walk. You have a certain intention to walk, like how you walk. You want to run, you want to walk slow.
Who's the one telling me to walk?
So this is what I say to you. So
There's intelligence, right?
well, most of the time is your ego. Most of the time, everything what you think you want to do, most of the time, I don't know about yourself, how enlightened you are.
Very enlightened, bro. So enlightened.
Yeah, I see.
I never go to 7-Eleven, eat loads of chocolate and watch pop.
Whoa, me too.
Nope.
No, never.
So enlightened.
So for me, it's exactly about that. So if it's my ego, I understand it's just my projection and my identification for who I think I am and for who I think I want to have.
Yeah.
So it depends of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a big difference between. I really want to come back to that book, but I've got so many questions now. I want to come back to the medicines as well. There's a big difference. Well, not a big difference. I'm always mindful how I phrase things with Julio because he's so good at going, there is no difference. I love it. But ego and essence. And I think, even the word ego was invented by a psychologist to explain something, right? And I think sometimes it's just too unexplainable. But essence feels like to me, it's like an intelligence. I cut my arm or my hand, it's just going to heal. It'll just form this healing. And I'm like, or like literally the other week, or a couple of months ago, I should say, I broke.
I don't know if you can see that.
You cut your foot.
I cut my foot and I didn't put anything.
And it just healed.
And
right?
I walk in dirty waters and I am conscious about it. It could happen something. But there is, what you say, there's a trust.
There's an intelligence, something to doing it.
And I just allow to be exactly what you're saying.
Exactly the same. I broke my foot doing a motocross. And do you know what? As crazy it was, even though I couldn't dance, I was really frustrated about that. I laid in the bed and I was just like feeling it going boom, 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 boom. And it was like, you could say it's painful and I could be really frustrated, but I was like, holy shit, there is something in me that's healing. Like and I'm not telling it to do that.
Yes.
That's the same as kind of like, walking. I'm not actually telling myself to walk, but there's something, that intelligence, that essence is moving through us, which I want to come back to the book, which is a bit more practical, let's just say. And then I want to come back into the medicines. So the book is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And the reason why I'm so glad I get to share it with you is because when I first went dancing with you, so Julio is also, one of his roles is a dance teacher, and he's incredible. Such a great dance teacher, bro. And you're such a great dancer. So yeah, I'm so grateful, getting goosebumps myself now. I'm so grateful, maybe it's the mushrooms in the coconut coming up, but I'm so grateful for all the lessons that we've shared and stuff. It's been amazing. But I felt so insecure when I started. I felt so stupid, you know, and that's kind of the story, you know, I've always got a bit of doubt and I've always got this thing. So I'll push myself and I'll keep on going and keep on going. But I'm kind of tired of that. So I come to your dance classes and I've come to the socials and I'd leave with this voice in my head, you know, judgment, you know, very self-conscious when I'm there. And I read James Clear's book and it was incredible, bro. And it just came at the right time, as everything does. And it was basically saying, like, don't tell yourself you're learning to dance. Tell yourself you're a dancer. Don't tell yourself you're learning to be, you know, play the guitar. Tell yourself you're a musician. Or don't tell yourself you're going to make money. Say that I'm going to be a billionaire. And it's basically, I think what I'm getting from it is that affirming, like with such confidence and conviction that I'm going to do it. Now, I come dancing now and I know that I'm not the best, but I'm having so much more fun.
Not only you, the ladies.
The ladies are
I think the ladies having more fun than
me. They can thank James Clear for that. Atomic Habits, ladies. That's where I get it all from. But it was so, and then I was like, well, you can apply that to anything. And that's what I find fascinating. Like a dog cannot become a cat. A tree cannot become a rock, but a homeless man can get off of drugs and build his life again. Some guy that felt like a thunderbird when he first started dancing and felt so insecure, now actually gets on that dance floor. I don't care what I look like. I really have fun and I love it and I get inspired by you guys. So what I'm trying to say is that we can shapeshift these old roles and these egos and these identities that we never picked anyway, just programming and conditioning, I guess. Does medicine help us do that as well, or can we only do it through meditation, reading books, affirmations?
It's really beautiful what you're saying, because I will go in a totally different direction. So, ego.
Guys, I know you're enjoying the video, but I've got a quick question for you. Are you okay with that monkey mind being a monkey? We've all got this voice inside the head, or voices, filled with self-doubt, criticism, judgment. But most people don't understand how important it is to master that monkey mind. So look, if you've got a monkey mind or a voice that is just busy inside your head and it never seems to shut up, I know exactly how you feel. And thankfully, I found meditation about 20 years ago. And so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's the Bodhi Meditation Teacher Training Program. This 10-week program is designed to share with you 8 Bodhi meditations. And the amazing thing about these meditations is that they are scientifically proven to help you reduce stress, reduce anxiety, uplift your mood, boost your energy. In other words, create that kind of lifestyle, that energy and that health and that happiness that most people crave. Over the course of 10 weeks, I'm going to be your meditation coach. And at the end of this course, you're going to become a certified Bodhi meditation teacher. That means that you can coach people one-to-one, you can work from anywhere in the world, build online courses, or even teach meditation at yoga retreats or anywhere you decide. So click that link below and together will open up your heart so that you wake up feeling positive and literally this buzz for life. The link is below. Now you can get back to your video. Have an amazing day.
I think everything what we want to achieve, everything is ego. You telling yourself instead of learning, being a dancer, is ego. Psychologically, you will achieve. That's not the question for me. The question is what happened to your true self while you are doing what you are doing and achieving what is happening with your true self. So, and this is for me the most important thing.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So,
I love it. I think I know. I just want to hear more.
Yeah. So,
like, where's he going, the true self, or am I denying?
So, I love that we find out a way of cheating. So for me, like, you know, when you play games, I'm not a gamer at all.
Me neither, yeah.
But I play games, and I play sometimes with friends, and they will show me all the cheating codes and everything. I say, why cheating codes?
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's the same with the psychologically cheating yourself and making your more egocentric, more success, more, everything more, instead of just be humble in your experience. And it doesn't matter if you are a dancer or not. So who say what is a dancer, you know? I have my explanation, and when I start to share with with people in the same level of consciousness, we can go also very high. So what is a dancer? And we can philosophize. Just connect with the music, move. So if you connect with the music really, no, you are using your mind to understand what is the rhythm and what is the timing, what is the melody and what is the da 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 da, and you are putting all psychological and then you are moving like a robot. That's not a dancer for me. You can dance 10 years professional, you're still not a dancer for me. But if you connect with the music and you allow yourself to feel and you share this with your dance partner or with yourself and you connect, then you become a dancer. And you can be a beginner, perfect, beautiful dancer with low-level skills. We are talking about skills. Or you can be a dancer, a no dancer with high-level skills. You can be a human being with super high-level morals, concepts, and you are looking very good in the eyes of society because you have a good job, you make money, you support poverty. But inside of you, you hate everything. Inside of you, you are not really happy. You just don't show up truthful. This is what medicine do. The medicine shows you who you really are with all your shits. And then if you are able to really be naked here in front of the camera and you are really yourself and you are not feeling anything uncomfortable, then this is for me. It doesn't matter what you do.
So in a way, the medicine just strips away all the bullshit and the roles and you get to see. Can that be intense for people if they've never done that before? Because I mean, that's like, I've been doing it for years on meditation.
Yes.
And I'm like, imagine you just give someone that. Could it be too quick for people or not?
Please, do the first time with me. Please.
We'll definitely be naked next time.
Please.
But on a serious note, I love what you said about cheating. And this is where I'm at now. So I don't know when this podcast come out. I've not done the medicine or the ceremonies yet. I've taken some plants years ago. It wasn't like ayahuasca. It wasn't mushrooms. It was in a Buddhist temple. Didn't get any buzz from it. But you had to projectile vomit and you'd be sick. And I haven't touched alcohol since. So that was like 15 years ago. So that's kind of the only medicine that I've ever taken, or a bunch of mushrooms in Amsterdam, but I was off my nut at the time. But I've never done them. But I've never done them in this kind of.
But you have connection already with the medicine.
But I was smoking crack and I was doing prostitutes at the same time and then taking mushrooms. So I don't think it was like a spirit. It wasn't a spiritual awakening, you know.
Let's talk about this. This is more interesting.
It'll probably get more likes, right, on Instagram and YouTube.
For sure.
But it was horrible. But this is just where this limited or this intuition, I don't know yet because I haven't. I feel like medicine could be cheating because
beautiful.
Yeah, because
beautiful.
If you put a butterfly or caterpillar in a cocoon, it has to go into this metamorphosis stage for so many weeks or months. And before
if I just close my eyes, I listen to you. I just want to go deeper.
Yeah. Before you're sleeping, aren't you? Before that,
Metamorphosis.
Before the caterpillar comes out as a butterfly, there's a stage where there's a liquid that travels around the butterfly's wings. And if you try to take that caterpillar out of that cocoon before the liquid, you'll kill the caterpillar. It won't become a butterfly. And so I've been meditating for 20 years. And I've really faced my demons and my shit and blah, 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 blah. And then when I listen to some people talk about medicine, I'm like, yeah, but maybe you're meant to be learning the lesson and that could be an escapism. Again, I don't know, and I'm really up for experimenting with all this stuff now. So yeah, because then after I can give my honest opinion, because I know, if somebody says to me, vegan's all silly, you don't know. I literally heard somebody the other day, I'm like, how long have you tried being a vegan? They're like, well, I haven't. I'm like, well, I've done it for 15 years. So I'm on both sides of the fence. At the moment, with the medicines, I'm only on one side of the fence. I'm just on the meditation side. Not that there should be any separation and it could all come together. But I do question, like if you just put someone there, they have that, how would that be long? Were they supposed to kind of have like a lesson in life? And does that make sense? So yeah.
Absolutely.
That was me getting that out. There's my sharing circle.
Relative truth.
Relative truth.
Ultimative truth. So I have hard time to talking to people that don't have really deep experience about finding or they are not truth seekers. So their level of consciousness will be in a very low level of what is truth. For them, mostly their experiences are not mystical, are rational.
After the medicine, you mean?
No.
Or
In general,
yeah.
in life. So most of the people have a rational life. Yes. So psychologically, most of the people even if if they experience a mystical experience, they will not be able to make something out of that. You understand?
Yeah, totally.
So, and what you are talking about the caterpillar and doing that, so you are forcing something, right,
Yeah,
on this caterpillar,
Yeah.
and you kill the caterpillar.
yeah.
So, what if this is the ultimate truth for this caterpillar
To die. Yeah.
So there is a ultimative truth about destiny. That's why I ask you about destiny and free will. So relative, I have free will. Relative, psychologically, mostly. Beyond, in my mystical experience as a mystical being, there is no good and bad. There's no right,
wrong.
There is
There's no medication. There's
and,
no medicine.
And this is the truth.
Yeah.
There's no cheating. Everything is ultimately perfect.
Yeah.
Because we are, this, my experience, the results of God's streaming.
Say that again.
We are the results of God's streaming. So we cannot comprehend how it is to be the results of dreaming. I like this lucid dream experience when you learn how to control your dream. That's why I'm asking you before when you say, yes, then you wake up in your dream and you know you are dreaming. Yes, but what if you can learn to dream consciously? And then you go into the different experience, meaning that you are controlling really your dream. So and the question is, okay, in this dream that you are waking up, you are controlling the dream. But who are you?
The truth.
So this is what I mean. There is relative truth. I don't know what is the ultimative truth. Bufo, one medicine, shows me that the ultimative truth is what we call God, what we call the source, we call pure energy, pure love, consciousness. It doesn't matter which names we use. This is where I was there. I was everything there. There was not...
There's no Julio.
there was not being. Even not being is just pure something. Pure something. And there was nothingness. So out of this nothingness, I came back from this experience. And then I started to see the level of consciousness or plane of existence in which some deities or some beings are living. And I see, okay, that's why. Okay, that's why. Okay. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. I was just about to ask. Come.
So that's why relative truth.
Yeah.
So we can talk for hours about philosophizing.
Philosophizing?
Philosophy?
Don't ask me weird questions like that, bro.
So
I get so tongue-tied.
and we love that.
Yeah.
And then there is when you will take medicine and find out what you are curious about.
Yeah.
Because I see your curiosity about life.
Yeah.
And then you have just your judgment, relative truth.
Yeah.
It could be cheating, yes.
Yeah.
So
everything for a reason. The person will take it.
So-
like you say, the caterpillar will die, or the person will have the medicine at that time because that's maybe the truth.
I told you before, like my friend cheating. What I did, show me how to cheat.
Quick, show me.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I didn't judge him, but in me was why I should cheat.
Yeah.
And for me, the question was exploring and knowing what is this.
Yeah.
Not just talking about, not just imagine, experiencing. Okay, I have a shortcut. I went there. And then after I did this, I wanted to explore also how it is without cheating.
Yeah.
So I did the same game without this cheating. Okay, this I can... And then I find out, this is the short... Then I found out the shortcuts also, in which people will cheat, let's say.
Yeah. There's a great little story about if you give a homeless person £1 million, and then you say, right, there you go, there's £1 million. In a year, he's probably spent it all, on drugs, drink, whatever homeless people spend their money on. Not being too judgmental there.
Not too much.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of you guys. I know what you're doing. Just little smackheads, you. So all that money goes on the drugs, right? But if you went up to that homeless person and said, look, if you work for 5 years and then you're guaranteed this $1 million, you get yourself clean, you do this. After 5 years, they'd probably turn that into 10 million because they've learned so many different kind of tests in life or different lessons in life, etc. And I just love that. And I suppose that's where my judgment is. Actually, to be honest with you, it's not really a judgment. Like, I don't care what anybody does, as long as everybody's, as happy as they can be and they're not hurting each other. Like, I think that's beautiful. So you take medicine, you take mushrooms, you go and live in a cave. It's entirely up to you. We've all got our little destinies or free will, whatever. I feel like it's just being called to me now. So now I'm becoming more curious. Hence why I'm asking all the questions about it. And I can also see the little voice in the head is like, oh, no, 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 no. So I find it fascinating.
So what is this voice? No, no, no.
You would label it. I think for me, like, I find it very hard to articulate. We're using lots of words, like we even use ego or essence. Like, for example, I was speaking to a guy the other day who's telling me all about God. And, he's new into the church and blah, blah, blah. And I'm listening. Again, I'm not religious in any form, but I respect people that believe in God or Allah or Buddhism. It's good. It's lovely. You've got something to devote. And as long as you're a nice person, crack on. My religion is just freedom. I'm just like the love, that emptiness. But he was really talking to me about God and he was going on and going on. And you know what? I walked away, I was like, wow, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it at all. And so I think I wouldn't say it's a judgment, but the voice in my head, for me, it's like, if I feel it, then I get it, like more the experience, rather than logically trying to describe different limbs and different religions and different gods. I'm just like, you're a million miles away from actually what it is. The more we kind of put labels on it or judgments on it or this little minded thinking like called Brett, like I'm a million miles away from it. So for me, it's when I close my eyes and I just go there. And then when I'm there, it's like trying to describe the taste of a coconut to somebody, but they've never tasted it. It's impossible. You've got to really take a sip to taste how sweet that is and how empty it is, right? So that's the little voice, to answer your question, the little voice is probably the old self going, rah, 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 trying to logically put things into a box. But when I'm in the space, and I'm just very, very, very curious about what medicine can do, and is that space the same?
So first of all, the indigenous people don't call it medicine.
Oh, wow, I didn't know
The,
that.
the indigenous people call it master plants, teachers.
Master plants.
Yes. So it just became the words medicine became medicine because they see that most of the people coming to them are sick. So and what is to be sick? They don't have psychologically explanation for what is sick. So for the indigenous is you are just not connected to your spirit.
Oh, I like that.
So this is for the indigenous people. You are sick. You don't have psychological problems. You just are not connected to your essence. And everything that doesn't allow you to connect with this essence, this is what is that this is. This is. I love this work because you are not in ease in yourself. Once you get in ease, then you are connected. Then the disease disappear or you heal.
Bro, have you got anything on you now?
So what?
Got anything on you now? Any medicines now?
Yesterday.
I love that. That is what I'm more, that is beautiful. Because I really think things like depression, addiction, suicide, it's the spirit being suppressed.
Bro, addiction, I just had a glimpse because you always talk about your addictions or like openly, I love that. And that's why I just have a glimpse of what you experience and I feel that you got really into, you go everywhere very deep. So I feel that. But what is addiction really?
Addiction is when, in my experience, is when something kind of has more control over you.
Lack of love.
Yeah.
Addiction is just lack of love.
Yeah, when you go there, 100%. Like you're trying to fill this hole in the soul.
Justice. It's very simple. And what you do with medicine is you connect with the
love. Bro, I love that.
This is what you do.
Sign me up. 100%.
Oh, fuck, we cannot. Okay, in the future, I will tell you later.
Depends on when this is. We might already be doing it. I love that, bro. So you would say the lack of love, if you look at the problems in the world, like that kind of all boils down to that, right?
Yes. We are jumping from one thing to the one thing because there is so huge what we are talking about. And for me also, what I learned from other people talking in YouTubes, and I follow some people that I am very interested in their perspective. And I love this idea of this world is just to come here to see what is conflict. Just this. There is duality. Duality create in you conflicts. You cannot see what is the truth about polarities, about that you think polarities are opposites. So once you get the sense of you are not in conflict anymore with anything, and you unify, you see that the opposites, good and bad, are just complementary.
Yeah.
They are not opposites. You cannot have good without a bad in this realm.
Yeah. What's duality? For somebody that doesn't know what that is.
Duality is everything what is two. God is everything, is non-dual. Everything coming out of God, let's say any separation in which God wants to express himself. In the Samkhya, I like the Samkhya philosophy. It's called Purusha and Prakriti. So Purusha is pure consciousness. Prakriti is the force that can create everything else. So in God separate himself, create a force in which I that can create everything. Everything what he can imagine, or everything what the results of his imagination can imagine also. So we will have the situation in which AI will imagine autonomous things and create autonomous things. It's 1,000%. We will give him so much data that he or she, that's feminine, it's okay, will imagine things out of this data and will start to be creative. And this is what you see with Mid-Journey, when you put a prompt and you feed...
This design thing, yeah.
Exactly.
It's insane, that's beautiful.
You just put words, and out of these words, AI imagine what you want. And what's come out is mostly out of your imagination.
Yeah.
It's beyond.
I was working with AI the other week, right? And I was literally structuring some books and some stuff, and I was there for like a good hour. And if you don't, like, behind these cameras, there's a lovely like view, and there's a computer, so there's a screen. So I'm like that, and I got so sucked in. I looked up and realized that nature was outside. So in my head, I was like, right, I need to get out. And I love technology and using AI at the moment. But you know what, bro? This was the spooky thing. I thanked it. After I'd finished it, I typed in thank you. He went, no problem, have a great day. Bro, and I even getting it now. I was like, oh shit. And then I went off for my walk, and my brain was so like, holy shit, we are one. Like, I am AI, and AI is like what it was. There was no separation, just for a moment. And I was like, wow. And I don't know why I thanked it. I don't know where. It was literally like another being.
It's relative truth.
Fascinating, huh?
It's relative truth. That's important. Once you think this is ultimative truth, you fucked up. So, and that's happened with people that are so into something, creating in their imagination. It doesn't matter Allah, God, Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We create like a fixed picture of what we think we know, and then we fucked up.
What if it's all bullshit?
It is.
Yeah. There's no duality, there's no God, there's no meditation, there's no medicine, there's no Brett and Julio and the cameraman, and there's just some dudes playing a game, and we're in this... You remember those pods? Do you ever remember the film, The Matrix?
Yes.
You know, I see the future one day where we're like meditation is going to be banned because you're not allowed to go to a higher level of consciousness because they want to really down us down, right? So in my brain, I'm like, wow, that's just kind of like The Matrix. You know, in The Matrix where they all go in, they get tuned into the pods to...
Yes.
Do they have an experience or they remember something? I can't remember how it is. But I'm like, wow, that's kind of like what's happening, right? They don't want you to remember. They don't want you to be...
Who is they?
Whoever. I have no idea. No idea. The
What-
powers
what-
powers that be.
What is if you? You
Oh,
don't-
100%, yeah.
You don't want to remember.
You've got to love those parts of you, right?
So why you don't want to remember?
No, I want to remember 100%. Yeah,
Why you don't remember? If
I
you
do.
want to.
I definitely do.
Yes?
Yeah, 100%.
What
If
do-
you asked me who I was, I'd say I'm that infinite intelligence that has no words, no names. It's formless, it's free, and it's fucking the,
And what's in
the
be-
best buzz in the
between?
world.
What's in between?
I don't even, like, in between, it's just all of it. It's this.
Yes.
This is it.
So what you remember about the past and the future?
There is no past and future. There's just one, right? This there's just now. It's just constant.
Relative truth.
Even the people. So where's the people? This is my question. Where's the two people that started this podcast when we came in and hugged and you gave me a lovely gift and I gave you a coconut? Like, where are they? Where do they exist? Or where's the person that's going to say, thanks, Brett, great podcast. I say, thanks, Julio. You get on a motorbike and then I interview someone. Where are they? They don't, they're just hit. It fucking blows my brain. And I'm not trying to say I'm just like, that's mad. Because then there's only now though. Like this is now.
Relative truth.
When you say relative though, you keep...
Yeah, that's why I say to you, like, this game have so many dimensions. Once you start to think, you fucked up.
Yeah.
But if you are open for magic,
Yeah.
if you are open for mystical experience, you say a dog cannot become a cat.
Yeah.
In your experience.
Woo! In the physical practice.
You never saw. In the shamanism is a normal thing, shape-shifting. It's a normal thing.
But that dog's been there since I got back. I went to England for a month and he's still the same dog.
Yes, in your reality. That's what I mean. In your reality and your limited...
It's not my reality, right?
Well, it's relative. In Brett's reality. Brett
what if Brett doesn't exist?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then there's just this...
Experience it. That the dog became a cat. Then we talk.
Ooh, so now I've got to meditate on the dog becoming a cat.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to get more likes on the YouTube and podcast. Like this is getting a bit too tricky now. Thanks so much for watching our videos and being part of the tribe. We're really here to raise consciousness, ignite your vibration, and help you master this monkey mind. And did you know that science has proven over and over again that one of the fastest ways to reprogram your mind is through positive affirmations and things like these Bodhi beads. They're a set of 108 mala beads that go round in a ring like this, and you practice positive affirmations to reprogram your brain. Science has also proven in a 30-day study that if you say the same affirmation and use a set of beads, then you can literally neurologically change the pathways in your brain. Now that means any of those limiting beliefs that you've got around money, around love, around health, you can change them if you repeat a certain affirmation that I am wealthy, I am loved, I am healthy. And that's why we've created a set of 8 powerful meditations where you do one meditation every day with me personally for 30 days. And you use your beads in your hand, and each time you use the affirmation, you roll your thumb and your finger around on these beads. These meditations are videoed, or you can download the MP3s, put them on your phone, and literally go to bed at night time rolling your Bodhi beads. These Bodhi beads are handmade with love in Thailand by a local family. We ship them free to anywhere in the world, and plus we donate 10% of all of our profits to an elephant sanctuary here in Thailand. So click the link below, make sure you sign up right now because we're actually going to give you a 20% discount code. All you need to do is when you go to the checkout is type in I love Bodhi, and that will give you a 20% discount on your first purchase of Bodhi beads. Have an amazing day. Now you can get back to the video. See you soon.
I'm serious about that. So I did experience certain things that my rational mind will never allow me to experience because it doesn't help me to navigate. It doesn't help me to navigate through this life.
Oh, what do you mean by that? I like that because that's a good point. No, but
yeah.
It doesn't help you to navigate through this life and
so
like fit in or
no, just navigate. Like I need this physical body in this realm.
Glad you said
if
that.
I deny this, it doesn't matter what I eat, how I eat, when I eat, if I eat, as long I can have an experience in this body, healthy experience, balanced experience, I don't give a fuck. There is no judgment in my mind eating meat or fish or something else. I am aware about the suffering of these animals. It's not that I don't give a fuck. And for this physical body, in my low level of consciousness, is needed. If I try to escape this low level of consciousness and I believe that I am higher than I am, I experience my physical body in a different way. So as long I experience something in this realm, this is true, relative truth. So in medicine journey, you are so curious about medicine journey. Medicine journey, if you are healed, if you don't need to be in ease with yourself, which the medicine is medicine, then they start to become a teacher and they start to show you the realm in which we are living and in which we can navigate through this realm in a different way, experiencing dimension, experiencing mystical experience, experiencing shape-shifting, experiencing communication with entities or channeling or what the fuck you want to experience in this realm, not in your imagination. And you can make experience also other people. This is what a guru is or an enlightened being is, an avatar. So they are there and they can make you experience something if they see that your level of consciousness are ready for that.
That's the next question.
Let's go back to the...
Yeah, I've got like so many questions. Like mystical. What do you explain? What you mean by mystical?
Mystical.
Well, you say a mystical experience, like because to me,
What is mystic?
well, I don't know about. I think again, it's a label.
Well, but we
So what- I think-
we have words.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And-
saying.
And,
yeah,
and for me, it's very important that we agree on the words, because if we are using the words consciously, we are not making up ideas using words that we don't understand.
but I think words are limiting. I
do you
think limiting.
Yeah, sure,
They kind of
sure.
block us, right?
Sure. But
Yeah.
in this realm, with our
Yeah.
people around
That's
us,
why I asked you. What would you say is mystical? Because
so
they'd be different for both of us, right?
go to Wikipedia and read what is mystical. And this is relative true. This is mystical. What you read, the how to say that, the meaning of the words.
Yeah.
If you understand that, this is the reality. And then are you able to experience this? This is a different thing.
What does Wikipedia say?
I don't
Does
know.
anybody know?
Can you?
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then.
Antonio, come on. Come on, Antonio. You're sitting there and looking at us. Come on.
He's not even pressed record. We've just been talking for an hour.
Mystical. For me, mystical experience is a state of consciousness in which I cannot explain anymore the experience. And still a lot of wisdom and information in this experience. And when I get the information and I don't try to explain it, and I just experience it, I see God, I see deities, I see spirits, I see shape-shifting, I see dogs became cats. If I don't try to explain this, this is mystical. Once I try to explain...
What does it say? Here we go. Wikipedia.
Please, you. My English is
Ooh,
not very good.
Your English is amazing, bro. The term mystical experience has become synonymous with the terms religious experience, spiritual experience, and sacred experience. A religious experience is a subjective experience which is interpreted within a religious framework. The concept originated, this is what I love.
Yes.
The concept, so it's like somebody's idea.
Exactly.
Yeah, originated in the 19th century as a defense against the growing rationalization of Western society. Wayne Proudfoot, apologies if I got your name wrong there, mate, but random name, Proudfoot, traces the roots of the notion of a religious experience to the German theologian, for that name was hard, this one, Friedrich Schnitzmeinger, who argued that religion is based on a feeling of the infinite. The notion of a religious experience was used,
Can you repeat about the infinite?
who argued that religion is based on a feeling of the infinite.
So this is for me.
The
Infinite possibilities. Dogs became cats.
Yeah.
You become deities.
Thank you, Antonio.
Thank you very much.
Stick that. I'll sell that on sell that on eBay. Does eBay still exist?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, does it still exist?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, this is why I was asking, because I think we're saying the same. Well, it doesn't matter if we're saying the same thing or not. I'm just very curious to have a lovely open conversation because the words kind of get people. And then when you put a word on something or some theologian starts calling a mystical experience this, I'm like, you're a million miles away. Like you're trying to put something in a box which could never be put in a box, right? So for me, the way I experience, or whoever I am, experiences a mystical experience is just when like an ant will crawl on my finger. And I'm just like, fuck. And there's no separation again.
Yeah.
There's just an eerie, spooky kind of presence. You know, or you're looking at a tree and you're like, whoa. Again, I'm definitely not there 24/7. Like I had such a monkey mind this morning on the beach. I had to really take control of it. But the mystical experience for me is this.
Yes.
Like, and that's wonderful. So again, that's why I question.
I love what you say about you are not there all the time because
Definitely not.
because I feel we don't need, but and not only but and when you start to experience it, then you start to have a glimpse of what is really to be a human being. So we are always caught in this, oh, what is, I hear so many limited belief systems about human being. Let me drink this Coca-Cola, let me drink this beer, let me smoke. I'm just a human being. So they are using some belief system, limited belief system, to not feel love.
Which
You know?
comes back to love.
And then once you start to get this glimpse, and that's what I see in your eyes, this childhood, this childlike view, curiosity, experience actually everything what other people are not so able to experience, especially adults having a very box mind with concepts and ideas and so on. And for me, it's exactly going back to love. So when I see in the eyes of a child, there are this mystical experience playing.
Yeah.
They are not just playing; they are very serious, involved. I have 2 children, and when I see my children playing, they are so involved into this. This is for me a mystical experience. I cannot explain what
Totally.
what they are experiencing, but they are learning about the universe, not only the toy.
There's something, No, totally. I just came back from the UK and my daughter just had a baby. Yeah, so I became a grandpa.
I think it's very important that we make Brett the most sexy grandpa in the world.
Brilliant, I'll take that. But so I was holding, her name's Dolly, Ella's baby, and I was holding Dolly. And just like all of the things that we're talking about, all of the things that I believe in and the things that I've kind of preached. And, I was just like, wow, it's just there. Like it went beyond labels and words and understanding and yin yang and all, whatever. And I was just fuck. It was incredible. And I think I so agree with you, bro. Like it always comes back to love. I remember 21 years ago, when my amazing girlfriend at the time had my daughter, or Ella, she's not mine, had Ella.
Nice.
She had Ella, which is beautiful. And at the time, like I was in and out of prison, I was smoking crack, I was dealing drugs, and I held this little baby, and it was like a taste of that coconut for a second, bro. It sparked off where I am today. So 20 years projected now. I could never have looked forward and gone, oh, you're going to be in a podcast with you lot in a beautiful place. And all the amazing things that have happened, I'm so grateful. Whether it's destiny, free will, or a path or purpose, I don't care. I'm just going to keep following those goosebumps. It's like that little one spark of love did so much. And then, bro, I got the same thing when I held Ella's daughter couple of weeks ago. I held her and I was like, holy shit, where's the next 20 years? Where's the next 20 years going to go?
Please let me be part of that.
You are, bro.
I want to see this next 20 years.
Yeah,
really.
already. The point of that, to butt in, it was love. I mean, if there was a word to label whatever that I felt from there, and I don't mean love in a romantic kind of, love for this and a love for the pets or the plants, or like it was just a genuine something and that's incredible. And I think you're so right, because we're going out there and it's like, it's there already, coming back to love.
I see the video where you was pushing the car with the baby and your smile and your face. I see you smiling all the time. I see you are a very happy person, very content, very aligned with your truth. And again, this face was a different Brett that I never see in this expansion before.
Yeah.
Mystical.
Yeah, I totally agree with
why I see you smiling, I see you are happy, but there I see joy.
Yeah.
I don't see happiness.
I think people probably think that I haven't got any problems because I'm always like, hey, cheerful, happy and smiling.
Well, of course you have.
But like I really want, I think there's a big difference between what you're talking about, like the joy and the bliss and the happiness, because the reason why I smile and I'm always Mr. Positive is because I show up like that. Like to me, that's a choice. I can complain about the things that happen today or tomorrow. And I think as a human, because like, again, we're still human on a planet Earth, right? For now, like I think you have a choice to show up. And so like if I'm having a bad day because my car broke down, then I go to the 7-Eleven and I don't say thank you to the lady and then I just walk off with the ump. Like I've kind of created a ripple of in my mind and negativity. To me, that is more spiritual than any of the other stuff I do when I'm meditating. It's like, how am I acting as a human or a person on this? That creates the mystical experience. But shit, yeah, man, like I think you appreciate the light so much because of the darkness that you've been through.
This is
Like
what
if
I
you
wanted.
really hit the dark and you know what that darkness, or you said earlier, he was talking about demons and that. It's like, fuck, bro, it's so scary. There's so many times when, yeah, thankfully I'm still here.
What I wanted to say first of all is, I see your surviving mechanisms. If I can be truthful.
Oh
with
yeah,
you,
please, bro, yeah.
is the smiling.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly because you don't want to go there anymore where you was before, and you understood that there is a cheating code we call smiling. That if we just smile all the time, it's not just the fake smile. Even if it's a fake smile, if you smile all the time, it do something with your brain. It do something with the chemistry, and you will feel better.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you fake it. I really don't like this sentence, fake it until you make it.
Fake it till you become it.
But
That's my one. Because because I love what you're saying there. Like, I think society or whatever's going on, you know, we are conditioned now to think stress, anxiety, depression, addiction are kind of normal, and that's kind of what the brain is. So for me, it's like, how can we recondition ourselves to think that essence, love, happiness, joy, bliss, that's actually normal? And I know it's only in my head, but I generally believe that that's actually what life was intended to be, blissful and this mystical experience. So I know how much of a battle it is to reprogram my brain every fucking day. I have to wake up and do my affirmations. I have to meditate. I don't say have to now. I love it. I really enjoy it. But you know, when you first start, because you just slip up.
and sometimes you have to.
Yeah, slip up. Yeah.
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 It depends what you want to achieve. That's why I said to you, like, it depends.
Ferrari.
Yeah,
That's what I want to achieve.
in Copenhagen, Ferrari, please. no,
Ferrari in
please no.
Copenhagen.
So, but for me, the thing are, again, so relative truth. As is relative truth that you are happy in this house, let's say more happy than in a bungalow on.
I'm more happier than being in a prison cell.
Hilarious. I told you before, you are hilarious in so many ways. So, and I did experience people in prison being the most truthful version of themselves, the most best version of themselves, which they never could be in the society. So, relative truth, for me, all comes, if we go like from super high to super low, something in between is dharma and karma for me.
Is what?
Dharma
And karma.
and karma.
Yeah.
In between this ultimative truth and super relative truth that we will not agree on this. That religion is the best choice, for example.
Yeah.
So there is this in between, for me, something that there's dharma and karma. So dharma is why you are here. There is a specific reason. So you need to find out. Nobody can find out for
What if
yourself.
we're not here for a reason?
Yes, and then this is your truth then.
Yeah.
You find out for you whatever is truth.
I think at the
So
end,
wait. And then you have the karma. So you experience certain thing because of your action. So you move in a certain way, you go to certain places, and I love what you say about it. There's this voice go left and you go right and you fucked up. So exactly this is so. Go left is your dharma, go right is your karma. Most of the people are not aware about that. They follow their karma because of the mind and what they want, they desire. So most of the things that we are desiring, that's why I say to you, this house is, wow, if I see that, instantaneously my mind go, I want this too. And I know that it's relative truth. So it's not a fake thought. It's beautiful. And who will not want to be in a space like that, you know? But there's not my dharma. My dharma,
you don't know if it's not.
I know. That's
You
a
say
point.
it's not because that could be a limiting belief, right?
Yes, exactly. So I know. I know what is my dharma. My dharma have nothing to do with the house. The house is a possibility. Luxus is a possibility. Luxus is just a way of experiencing something that I can experience without it.
But why can't you experience both, the Dharma and the house?
It doesn't matter what is it. This is
Yeah,
what
but
I say.
they're just like.
That's what I say to you. It doesn't matter the house.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, because that's just an example. Because it's like.
Important is that you realize right or left. I want this house now. I work my ass off to get the million and to buy the house and that, and I fucked up because I don't experience love. Now, I feel I do what I love, and the results of what I love is money, is woman, is relationship, is house, is luxus, whatever the fuck it is. That's why I don't care about the results of that. It's not my limited belief system. What I'm experiencing is love. If I am here in a beautiful house, I don't experience love.
Then it's not worth having the house or the relationship or the money or the car.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. There's a great part in Yogi Nityananda's book, and he says about you follow what you think is your dharma, or you follow what you think. He said, but you become the non-doer. And that's what I am. Like, I can give a shit about a house, a car, or a podcast. Actually, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button. But yeah,
And send and share with your friends.
Yeah, and share it with your friends. I care. But it's about following your goosebumps for me. It's like, oh, okay, this feels good. That doesn't feel good. And I've taken so many lefts and rights that then you start to become aware of what feels good and right.
Exactly.
So I totally agree. But I also think like the point of a human being is expansion. If there is a point, if there is a purpose to life, which I don't know, I think it's, we left like the caves when we were cavemen to then explore land. And then we left the land and we got in boats and we started exploring other land. And now Elon Musk is out in space, like exploring Mars, which is fascinating. And I think on a collective, the humanity is kind of like constantly evolving and growing. But I like what you said. There's no point in achieving this stuff and getting this stuff if you haven't got love. Again, if you come back to love. I remember years ago when I first moved to Copenhagen, I was living in an 8,000 baht beach hut. 8,000 baht, like 150 quid. And it was like damp and it had termites and it was, bro, I loved it. It's just as lovely as being in this 3-bedroom house. It was, to me, there's no difference. Just more space. And I remember
A lot more space.
And I remember laying there, I had no possessions. I had a bag, I had a laptop. I built my business off a laptop. And then I was like, well, actually, this can be limiting as well, because there's part of me, if this is my dharma, is to expand and share a message with millions of people. But then there's also part of me that's like, oh, I don't need anything. And I'm kind of, I would say I was probably more, not that I am, but more Buddhist, where you let go, which I really love those non-attachments and stuff like that. But then there was a conflict, because there was something in my essence like, no, I want to expand. I want to grow, and like I want to attract more people. I want to share. And again, I don't feel like it's ego. I feel like it's more like you say, something essence is like, it drives you. Because if I'm honest, there are days where I'm like, no, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to sit on the beach and just dribble and just But then there's like, yeah, but you could help one person not commit suicide, or you could help one person give up drugs. So yeah, I'm always meditating, thinking about that, bro. But now I feel like it's accepting all of it, having it all.
I love what you say about we can live our life selfish in a very super spiritual way, going to the cave, or we can also be connected to everything and do as much as possible to reduce suffering.
And do it without attachment. So it's like, I don't care about being Brett and the podcast or your for. It's like, I'm just doing it.
Exactly.
If you start to go, oh, I'm doing it, then you kind of get lost in yourself or the ego, right?
Exactly.
Julio, this is amazing, bro. We could do another 2-hour podcast, mate. But we tried to keep it to an hour. I think we've already gone over, which is amazing. Wait till we've got the mushrooms out. We'd be here for hours. Whoa. My question to you is, if you had one message to share with people, people at home that they're not on this journey, bro. You know what it's like. They're not in Copenhagen. They're not, like we're...
They are fucked up. If
Yeah,
they are not in Copenhagen, sorry. If you are not here, you fuck.
But if they was at the start of their journey, or what message would you say to them? I mean, you've got some really powerful things to share.
Oof.
What would you say to people to kind of just to feel better and enjoy this mystical experience with
Yes.
your life?
For me, become a seeker.
Become a seeker.
Yes. For whatever it is, become a seeker.
I like it. Okay, bro, amazing. Where can people find out about you? Do you have an Instagram? Do you have a Facebook?
Yes, I have everything. Try to find me.
Try to find me. He's still trying to find himself.
Exactly.
When you find Julio, can you let him know?
you know this, I don't know, this Finding Hugo, or there is a character that...
Finding Nemo, the cartoon.
No. There is what is the name of? There is a man that is put into a picture of cow's picture, and you need to find him.
Where's Wally? The little person.
And,
yeah.
and there is a meme. Wallace find themselves meditation. So,
well, we'll put some links down below the video then. Julio, thank you,
thank you
brother.
very much, bro.
Honestly, man.
Thank you.
Amazing. Hello viewers, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm hoping that you enjoyed it just as much as we enjoyed making it. We love this adventure we're on, we love growing this community, and we would love you to actually help us. So I've got a favor to ask you. Make sure that you subscribe below, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and turn that notification button on, because that actually helps us with the algorithm. In other words, it's going to help us reach more people and spread this ripple effect. And I really appreciate your time and energy for watching any video. So if you've got any comments or questions or queries, make sure you pop them in the box below. By subscribing, you're going to be one of the first people to know when we release new content. If you really want to take your journey and your growth to the next level, make sure you watch this next video and have an amazing day. Once again, thank you so much for your time and your energy. See you in the next video.